G'day, this is Dr. Peter Price of Classroom Professor. Welcome to this video which covers the topic of subtraction, subtracting 0 or 10, and it comes from this book, which is our Let's Go series, book 3 on the topic of subtraction. So we're looking at a set of subtraction facts where the numbers being subtracted are 0 or 10. Now at first glance 0 might seem to be the easiest number to subtract because the answer is the same, but of course that's fairly tricky to understand conceptually, and so we'll wait, and in that book it actually comes in week 5 in the series, after the students have learned about taking away other quantities. So we can use a 10 frame to model this operation quite easily. So 5 take away 0, here's 5. It's the taking away 0 that's the tricky part. So perhaps you could tell a little story about something that happened, and I would use stories for understanding what this means. For example, you could have a child with, I don't know, some cookies on a plate, and their mother said, don't eat any of the cookies because then it'll spoil your lunch and that sort of thing. The child sits there watching the cookies, but the child doesn't eat any cookies. So how many cookies are left when the mother returns to check up on the child? Of course there are 5, because 5 take away nothing leaves the 5 where they are. We could do that sort of thing with our 10 frame and say to the students, I want you to put your hand out and pretend to take away nothing. Open your hand, show me how many you've got. How many counters did you take away? The answer is nothing. How many counters are left? 5. We're dealing here with a principle or a property of operations called the identity. I looked this up and I couldn't find out for sure whether there is an identity for subtraction, but I have a feeling it's not actually phrased that way. It's an identity for addition. What that means is if you add 0 to any number, it leaves the number the same, and so it's called an identity property. In multiplication, the identity properties contained within the number 1, of course. All right, enough technical talk. We'll move on to subtracting 10. Again, we can use 10 frames. Of course, this time we'll need a double 10 frame or 2 10 frames together, and we're going to need a number that has 10 in one of the frames. Now, I would make sure that that 10 is on the left-hand side, so that when we write this down as a number, we can see here we have 1 10 and 4 1s, and that's how we write the number 14. So then we can say to our students, we're going to remove 10. Where can you see 10? What will we have if we take away the 10? So we're referring to the fact that the number in this example 14 is made up of 10 plus 4 1s. So whatever our example is, it will be 1 10 and some what we sometimes call leftover 1s. So if we remove the 10, what we've got left is those leftovers. Oh, sorry, I've got the wrong number there. So that should be 4 1s. My apologies. So we can say to the students, we're going to remove the 10 like this. So we have no 10s at all. There's none left. We don't even write the 0 for a single digit number. We just have the 4 1s left. What's our answer? It's going to be 4. So we're helping our students with their understanding of place value and their understanding of these teen numbers, or the numbers between 10 and 20, as at the same time as teaching them the subtraction. So that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll talk to you next time.